All right, and we're back with week 7 of the ladder, and we're ready for our final round. Playing against Faber Magic, who we haven't played against before, and this hand is obviously abysmal, so we'll ship it back, and this hand is like pretty bad, but this is doable. I think we're going to ditch a Lampad, as we don't really need to, and Fumes is really good in certain matchups. Looks like my opponent may have also mulliganed, yes, so that gives us a little bit of a chance. Okay, since we drew that, I'm going to bog on turn 1, and then play this for, I have to decide if I want to play a 2 on time, or if I want to play my 3 on time. And my opponent is on, what? Mono black control, mono black aggro. If they miss a 1-drop on aggro, this could be either. I think I'd rather play the 3. So I'm just going to stop here and continue on from that point to actually hit my 3s on time. I'll be able to play Lampad as part of a 2-spell turn at some point. If this is MBC, mono black control. Huh. Okay. Is this a ping deck? Like, there's concepts around this card. Is this red-black, like, pinging thing? No blocks, because I have Fumes. Like, if I didn't have Fumes, I'd do something else, but I'm just going to play a Cloud Seer. Maybe I should evoke a Muldrifter. Probably should. I'm going to sit here. I think I'm just going to trade a little bit of damage for a while, and then see where it goes. And then probably Suffocating Fumes. Because I'm going to be trading 1 for 2, so I'm going to catch up real fast. What is my opponent playing? Audacious Thief? Okay. Yeah, we're just bricking a little bit. That's fine. I don't mind if you get 1 card off that, and I just can't find any lands. I'm going to discard Secrets based on just the whole thing. I'm probably supposed to play a draw 2, but I want to develop my board so badly, and I am due for a land mathematically. So here, we're going to... Maybe I should have attacked for 2, given that I was playing another guy. Alright, so you're blue-black something. Alright, we hit our land. That's good at least. I'm going to just send. And then play another Seer. Do you have counter spells? Like, it's really interesting. You have counter spells. Alright. So you have Plaguecrafter, Familiar, and counter spells. Okay. And you have Fairy Seer. Oh, this is a ninja deck. So this is blue-black ninjas. Okay. I think I'm just going to sweep their team and start attacking. And then we'll just get into it here. And if I can draw another swamp, then we're just generally good. This is going to come down to tempo. We both drew pretty badly this game. But my opponent just has a bunch of cards that don't really matter in terms of various things. Yeah, okay, this is like a blue-black tempo deck. I don't really want to trade my flyer yet, so I'm just going to attack for 2 and then play Drifter. And then this will allow me to hit the next land, and it's kind of unlucky. I need a swamp here so that I can actually play 2 spells, but it's fine. So none of these cards have Death Touch, which means that there's 2 cards in hand that still have Death Touch after this second Plaguecrafter. Alright, this one has Death Touch. Got it. Well, I mean, I guess what I can do is, like, recur... Yeah, let's just recur and sweep their board, I think. This is actually just insane. Yeah, I didn't expect Suffocating Fumes to be this good. This hand is kind of playing itself in a large way. Next turn we'll kill their creatures. It looks like they're dead here. Yeah, okay. Alright, that's interesting. They played a bunch of 1 toughness creatures. So we're going to bring in our second Fumes. I cannot tell what they're doing. Like, they've got Essence Scatter. I assume that they're blue-black tempo. If they're blue-black tempo, I probably don't want Libation. I probably want all these other cards, though. The only reason I want Libation is if they have some secret threat that is going to outrace me, and I don't think they do. They probably have Ninja. I didn't see any graveyard recursion. Like, they do have, like, it might be worth relicking them to stop the little flying thing. So I probably should bring in Relic, because they have 4 of the Spirit. I'm going to cut my graveyard recursion, because I don't really need it. Actually, I'm going to cut 1 Myers Grasp and bring the Cadaver Imp back in, because Imp is really good against them. As a 1 toughness flyer that's very, very expendable. Alright, and now we see what it looks like here. Could be a very fast match. This was an unexpected deck to run across, but interesting. I assume there have to be ninjas. Like, that's the only way it makes sense to have so many 1-drops. It also makes Davriel's Withering really good, because as a 1-mana answer to Ninja of the Deep Hours, you really need that if you're on the draw. And you need to lead on Swamp. So that means we need to start on Swamp if we have Withering. And hopefully we get to, like, punish, because it's such a punishment if they cast that on the correct turn. Because you recur your creature, you can't play other ninjas. Yeah, this hand is great. I might, if they play a 1-drop, I'm starting on Snow-Covered Swamp, because I refuse to get hit by Ninja, and because my hand is slow. I'll go like Swamp, Ice Tunnel, or something. Maybe I'll leave up Craving on turn 2. We'll see. My opponent mulliganed again. Okay, I can play Ice Tunnel on turn 1. If they play a flyer, I'm not going to play Priest. Okay, so we're not playing Priest. Do they have, like, Village Rites in this deck? That would make a lot of sense if they did. I'm just going to play a Swamp, and I'm just going to chill. Next turn I can play Priest. I expect that I'm going to get Ninja'd here. That they're just going to jam. And then I'm going to Withering them, or something. Oh, okay. No Ninja. Interesting, interesting. If they play anything that's reasonable, I'm going to Moment it just to use my mana efficiently. Because I have 2 Witherings, which are premier removal spells for this type of matchup. Yeah, we'll kill Rager. Oh, and we're lagging. There we go. Yeah, I'll just play this, play Priest, and pass the turn. And if they have Ninja, then we Withering them. Otherwise, we just kind of chill. And we can take a little bit of damage from this. Again, we win the long game. We have Muldrifters, etc. So, unless we go into a whole Muldrifter war, I don't expect that this will be much of an issue. Yeah, I don't quite know what my opponent's playing still. Like, I can fathom some parts of this deck list, but it's really interesting that you're like this tap-out value creature deck, but you also have Essence Scatters. Usually you have to go one way or the other. And they're not playing Priest, which means they're not really a control deck. They're a tempo deck. Ironically, Priest is actually a decent card because you can attack into things and it doesn't get blocked sometimes in weird situations. But it does have the summoning sickness problem. Alright, so my opponent is thinking, pondering their choices. Probably debating on if they want to go for Ninja. Alright. I'm just going to play this out, and again, leaving up Withering. And if they want to trade damage in the next couple turns, we don't want to attack, that's fine. I'm happy to block, and I have Withering as backup in case something weird goes on. They don't attack with both. Okay, that's fine. Yep, here's the Ninja. And there goes the Ninja. Alright, I think I'm going to hold Bog a little bit longer. Let's see, we're at 6 permanents. I probably just have to Secrets this next turn if I don't draw any action. Yeah, that is known as not action. Okay, that's pretty good actually. So I can just recur a Secrets. And given my draws, I don't really want to trade Cloudkin Seer for any of their nonsense. Maybe I do, but like I feel like Suffocating Fumes, even though it's just a 2x, is going to be so backbreaking based on their X1s. They probably just attack for 1. Or they don't attack. They decide to hold. But I don't think they can win a long game against me. And they're also having some mana problems here. I don't know how many lands they play. Probably not very many if they're a tempo deck. I'd probably play 20. I'd also probably play like Ops or Considers or something. Oh, that's why it's saying Perpetual. Yeah, okay. Didn't understand why it was purple there for a sec. Let's see then. What could they be thinking about? They have to be thinking about the next couple turns. And they have to be considering how to break through. They should be considering what's my win condition. The win condition for me is I just have the game go on long enough. Yeah, we can pass. I don't need to... I'm trying to skip through this as much as possible so that if they do Ninja me again, that... Oh, my opponent might have to concede here. Oh, they're having a problem. They're saying that Arena doesn't let them go on, so we might actually have a restart at this game. I think we'd be okay this game, but that's fine. Like, we want to have like real Magic, and like if Arena's not letting them play games, that doesn't seem fair. Okay, so all right. So what we're gonna do? Let's end this game here, and I'm gonna pause to get us out of this for a second. Okay, and we're back, and this is the round 2. I'm on play. They concede the first game, so then we go to game 2. Okay, and then we have to bring in our sideboard. I cut Wander in Death, and I brought in this. I brought in my relics for a Mire's Grasp, and let's see, what else? I didn't like Libation. So this is fine. All right, we're going to try this out. So it was unfortunate that that happened. It was just a technical issue. My opponent was playing on an iPad, and sometimes the client on PC or iPad does all sorts of weird things. So it's good that we got that sorted out. And we're in a good position, but like we're playing friendly games here and we're hanging out, and it's all good. We're here for fun. Remember that. It's about fun. But it's also about casting Muldrifter and drawing 2 cards and then winning with that. So, let's see. Is my opponent boarding differently against me, though? That's kind of an interesting question, given how long sideboarding is taking. Could be about my opponent's client is frozen, though. I'm going to pause this so you don't have to sit through it, as I don't have any... Oh, here we are. I don't have any particularly interesting commentary. Okay, so now my opponent's on the play. We're in game 2. I'm up a game. This hand is great. Yeah, this is fine. Let's play this. So again, we're going to lead on Swamp to have up Withering if it comes to that. Otherwise, we're gonna play Relic. Okay, so my opponent doesn't have it. So in that case, I'm just going to jam Relic turn 1. Just to have it. Oh, this is going to take priority, which is kind of nice, because it disguises that I'll have Withering up at future times. My opponent has nothing. What are they doing? I'm going to hang on to Relic. I could crack it this turn, but I don't really need to with some other 3-drops and stuff that I have. Audacious Thief. Alright, I'm actually just going to have to kill Audacious Thief because of my mana situation. Here, we'll nuke the Thief and then carry on. I also didn't have any removal. I wanted to be able to play other things, so I'm just going to play Cloudkin Seer and pass. Good, we hit a land. So next turn I can Cloudkin Seer with Withering up. I need a second Swamp at some point, but for now I'm good. Okay. That's frustrating. I think I'm just going to attack, because I'm up so many cards right now. It makes sense for me to just attack and go with it here. And if they block, then I get to eat it. And if they don't, then I start getting in damage, which is good. And I'm going to let them attack uncontested. I think they're killing my creature. Ooh, they have Murder. Murder's an interesting choice. Like, I think it's both better and worse than Cruelty. Cruelty is better in, like, 9 times out of 10. But Murder is really good against the big decks. And Ninjutsu. And this Ninjutsu is going to be backbreaking because of Withering. That's one of the big differences that Withering is allowed, because they can't replay their Spirit is the problem. Yeah, it is unlucky that I have a double Withering hand, but I do play a lot of removal. Like, I would have had this or that, or I would have played around Ninja. They bog me. Sure, here, I'll respond. I'll send a message. Kill one of their creatures. Kill one of their things. I'll kill the Murder, I guess, probably. Oh, the Ninja. That makes sense. Alright, no more recursion for me. I'll play that and attack for 2. If they just play one thing, I think I'll kill it. Just for mana efficiency's sake. Because I'm going to play Muldrifter and draw 2 next turn. I'll do that. I'll eat their Murder just to be efficient with my relics. It's a little annoying on Arena or Magic Online. It's nicer to do it in person, but here's the question. $1 million question, do they have it? And they don't. And we are off to the races. Attack for 2. And I have 4, 6, 8, 9, 10 permanents for my thing. So that's perfect. And I'm just going to race here. No reason to do anything else. Draw 3. Play a creature. And pass. Yep, and that is the match. I'm glad you got a little bit of bonus content. I think that the Ninja deck is very interesting, but I don't think it really plays against Snowball, just because the tempo decks they're very fragile. And I think people were talking up the blue-red tempo deck a lot and saying, oh, Ninja's so good, Ninja's so good. And I did think Ninja was going to be good, but I didn't think it was going to be... I didn't think it was going to beat Snowball. Snowball is just too resilient, and Ninja gets one card at most. And then the ground game of Snowball is just too strong. So I think that Tempo's life is kind of... its ability to punch above its weight right now is a little overrated. It doesn't have all the tools that it has in other formats. Well, I think that's everything for now, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.